Today we're going to go through the steps on making a foldable for the electromagnetic spectrum. You'll get a lecture on it and a PowerPoint, which is available online, and you should get a handy graphic sheet like this that shows the relationship between frequency and wavelength. Largely, we're going to discuss the electromagnetic spectrum in terms of its wavelength. So to do this, you need to get a foldable sheet with the squiggly line on it and little tabs. This is actually the right side up way. And as always, an instruction sheet on how to put it together. The first thing you are going to do is take your sheet and fold it so the graphics is in the inside the long way, or some people say hot dog style. Then you're going to open it up. You will notice you have the frequencies or wavelengths on the bottom and these tabs on the top. What you're going to do is you're going to cut along the vertical lines from the top to the center. Don't cut across the center horizontally, just stay vertically. And you're going to simply take your scissors and cut each tab to the center. Then you're going to do it all the way there. Once you have them all cut, you're going to fold them so they cover the squiggly line. And when you open them up, you can see part of the frequency, you can see the wavelength, the representation, and this is divided into two boxes, an upper and lower box with a line. On your instruction sheets, it's going to show you how to label them, starting all the way from radio waves with the very big wavelength to gamma rays with the very short wavelength. Following the instructions on the sheet, on the outer flap, you will put the name of the wavelength. Now you're going to have to do some research for the next part. You're going to open up, and in the top part, you are going to write down the wavelength of the frequencies. Notice how I'm emphasizing the word length. I want the wavelength. I do not want the frequency written there. And they will have a range. You'll do some research. On the lower box, I want you to talk about how it influences human lives, how we use it. What do we use it for, and is it useful or harmful? An example under radio waves. Radio waves can be as small as 1 millimeter and as big as 100 kilometers. Yes, we're talking waves much bigger than buildings here. I wrote down it's used for transmitting information and one of Mr. Cook's favorite things, music. So I listed it as very useful. And put up the flap. Work your way through the flap, through all the different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum. When you're done with the flaps, turn it over. In one of the corners, write your name, period, and date. And then on the rest of the blank, I want a short essay on what is the electromagnetic spectrum. What do we use it for? What do we represent? So I'll have an overall definition of the entire electromagnetic spectrum on the back. On the front, under each flap, I will have the different sections of the electromagnetic spectrum, their ranges, and if they are useful or not, and what we use them for. When you're done, you'll turn this in. When I return it, it will go into your notebook. Please, if I'm walking around and you have any questions, ask them. Good luck.